Well, after our short stretch of fake spring, even with some overnight rain and some of us even saw some overnight thunderstorms, we're getting a rude awakening now as we head into the afternoon. Some heavy and wet snow is on the way for some of us, still making its way out through southern Minnesota right now. If we take a little bit of a closer look at it, though, once this front edge of that snow first reaches into the area, we're likely going to be seeing a little bit of a rain to snow mix transition period because these temperatures across this front edge still not even close to freezing. In fact, well above freezing. Eau Claire still at around 38, Winona still in the 40s. So definitely going to be a transition. And even so, when it does start to snow, it's going to be that wet, heavy, clumping snow, meaning not the pretty snow or not the snow that any of us want to shovel. A wet snow is really going to be in the forecast as we head into the afternoon. So let's continue to track it out. Still already seeing some of that rain snow mix making its way into Eau Claire now, but as we go into the early evening hours, very late afternoon, we'll continue to see it move further to the east, really drawing a fine line for areas along and north of I-90. That's where we're seeing that sharp cutoff of that cold air as well. Even La Crosse on that boundary zone, but we're still seeing temperatures in the 40s as we head into the later afternoon hours. So that means we're likely seeing that rain for the most part and not so much of a snow transition until we get a little bit later in the evening. Then we turn to all snow as we head after about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock tonight. Then temperatures start to really lessen or get a little bit colder, promoting that transition to snow. Another question here is going to be where that little line of snow continues to form as we go into the overnight period. That's where we could see maybe the potential for another inch or two to fall, depending on where that extremely narrow band sets up. Overall, though, everyone should be clear from this system as we go into tomorrow morning. So we'll likely see that snow continue for folks north of I-90 all the way through the afternoon and into the overnight. We should be done by the morning because it's that wet and heavy snow. It's going to compact pretty easily. So the snow amounts aren't looking to be extremely significant, but it is going to be our first snow in quite some time. So most of the area, again, north of I-90, expecting around 1 to 3 inches, maybe an inch or more, wherever that last band really decides to set up. Again, though, going to be that wet and heavy snow, so not exceptional amounts. Another thing that we need to keep in mind this afternoon, it is quite windy out there. We're already seeing those strong wind gusts this afternoon. As we head into the evening, they'll start to lessen, but still going to be staying breezy all the way while that snow comes through. So the visibilities are really going to be taking a hit as we go throughout the rest of the afternoon. Not ideal driving conditions, definitely passable, but if you don't have to be on the roads this afternoon, definitely might want to stay home or at least off until we get later in this evening. And then we're not done. We have another chance of snow coming in as we go into Thursday night. The potential for 3 inches, mainly between Eau Claire and La Crosse, but there's a wide berth with this, going to be a very narrow band of snow passing through with definitely higher amounts than what we're seeing this afternoon. So something that all of us are going to want to be paying attention to, because again, that band could set up to just be about a county or less wide. So the potential for all of us to see that snow, but not all of us will be seeing it, if that kind of makes sense. Either way, everybody getting that taste of winter now as we go into the end of the week. It's back.
Sure, this taste of winter will definitely be a shock to the system, but at least we have something to look forward to with that taste of spring. Thanks, Nicole.